Okay, so there was this chick, Hayden Cross, who's a big porn star, and she had this blog that she talked about like porn and everything, and I had read it, and that's sort of what had informed me about being interested in that's one of the things of research I did. And she tweets at me saying, hey, I want to talk to you about doing stuff, and I was like, okay, so I respond, and I'm like fangirling, and then I'm like, here's my number, and so then she calls me, and she's working with the Ashley Madison people because she had been working with them on her own, and brought me up to them, and they're like, yeah, we want to like sponsor that girl and do something with her.
Okay.
And so me and Ashley Madison, the company, the thing, we work out a deal with the sub company to sponsor me and pay me X amount for the movie, 30 grand for the movie, and then also to do the media for it.
Okay, you got 30 grand?
For the first movie, which was a lot for it. Girls don't get paid that much.
And then you did it for a year and a half after that?
Yeah.
How often? I mean, how many gigs?
Depends. Like sometimes I worked every day for a week, and then other months I worked twice that month. It's very erratic. And then on top of that, interesting thing to note, porn is like, do you watch porn?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so when you look up something, besides if you look up a girl's name or something, it's like, I want to see a teen or I want to see a MILF. Like, you know to look up teen or MILF, but how do you look up 25-year-old woman? So it really sucks for girls who are in that category where they're just attractive and they're just in their mid-20s and they don't look that young and they don't look that old. It's kind of a rough spot to be in as a female performer. So I was in that spot. So I did a lot of MILF stuff because of these, and I could kind of pull it off, but I still didn't look quite old enough, so people who really wanted a real MILF wouldn't hire me. And then other things, like I had this reputation, right, because of all this media stuff.
Yeah.
So that affected probably how much I worked as well. But I worked consistently, just not a lot consistently. And then on top of that, in porn, if you're not doing anal and you're not doing IR, which I'm not racist, I never got around to it.
What's IR? Okay,
interracial,
right, now I got it, yeah.
Interracial, yeah. So if you're not doing those are really in demand types of content. And if you're not doing it, it cuts down a lot on what people will hire you for. I actually got hired for a lot of lesbian stuff.
Okay. Was the lesbian stuff kind of easier?
Yes and no. It was harder to be believable because most of the time the girls aren't actually lesbians, and even if you're bi or whatever, it's just like there's more faking in lesbian porn. But like with a guy, who in porn they know what they're doing. Like, you have fun.
Did you ever have a real orgasm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All the time. But I'm easy.
All right. Well, what do they do about STDs? How does that work?
Oh, we test every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Get a prick right there, and they test
the whole blood,
it overnight. Yeah, it's crazy. And they don't just test like your doctor. Like if a typical person goes to the doctor, they use reasonably, like some sort of accurate. Like they use accurate tests, but they might not use the most up-to-date like HIV test. They probably do now, but in porn they use extremely sensitive HIV tests and other stuff. So it's like it's super clean. Yeah, mostly.